Hello guys and welcome back to another review session with the Super Metal Brothers. I am Super Metal Brother Matt.
And I'm Super Metal Brother Dane.
And this week we are talking about Killswitch with their latest album Atonement. Danny, these guys have gone through quite the ride. They once had the magnificent work of Jesse Leach. Now he did End of Heartache with the guys, I'm pretty sure it was. No, Live or Just Breathing, sorry. Live or Just Breathing was the album that he was on at first, and they hit the storm when they announced that album. These guys just took it over with their hardcore stylings, but also incorporating with like some really interesting elements of black metal and death metal, just tinges of it, right? And obviously that hardcore sound that's infamous with their bringings as well. They would end up losing Jesse, and they would enlist the help of Howard Jones, and he really came on and helped him out with the End of Heartache and some really good albums as well. It's then obviously it was like, well, what's going to happen after Howard Jones was left the band? What singer they would get back in? And they would get Jesse Leach back in. And when he came in, he obviously came in with a bit of a bang. But then the second album, with his help with the album, it wasn't that great, Danny. We did review that album and we didn't think much of it. And then apparently a lot of the Killswitch Engage fans didn't think much of it either. So here we are now. We are a little tempted to get into this album at first because we were worried about, well, maybe these guys are pretty much, done and dusted. Maybe the Times of Grace would be where they're going to be headed more clean and more ditching that heavy metal vibe in order to appeal to a bigger market, perhaps. Maybe they were just done with it, or maybe they were burnt out. Maybe they had no inspiration anymore, Danny. But here we are, Atonement.
Yes we are.
And what do you think of the album?
Yeah, well, it's funny, like I said, first they had Jesse, then Howard, then Jesse, and now they have Howard and Jesse. So that was interesting. Only for one song, but it's quite amazing that I don't think I've ever heard that before, when ex-singers added to a album, the new singers shared a stage with them. That's quite a nice thing. I don't think Van Halen will be doing. They've been trying to do it, but they haven't done it. So that's quite a nice thing.
Straight off the bat, though, this record starts on a track that, though it is appreciated to hear something heavier, it doesn't really feel like a Killswitch track to start off the proceedings.
No, we reviewed it when it came out as a just a single.
Yeah,
we were a bit. I don't know, just curious by you're right, because it was not really a hardcore song. It was more like a slow, brooding, mood-setting song, which it was not bad. It just was a bit different to what I expected, but it turned out to be the opening track, which I thought, maybe it's not too bad as an opening track. It's kind of like a slow release into it.
But once that song is kicked off and done and dusted, this album really launches off, Danny. The next track being Signal of Fire, and pretty much the next 3 tracks afterwards are just absolute belters. Unbelievable. I've not heard Killswitch with this much invigoration and fire and inspiration. And that's where the front cover comes from. I really feel like these guys have turned over a new leaf. There is a mixture of 2 elements that is new for this band, though, Danny. One element is that rock and roll feel that bands like Butcher Babies are known for as well. And you do hear it within the first 4 tracks as well. But also that southern metal groove bands like Lamb of God are known for as well. That is sprinkled across it, which is a much appreciated moving forth, but also keeping the Killswitch vibe, which this album does have.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it does have, like, the last couple of albums were a bit too happy, a bit too melodic.
Yeah, but pretty safe. That was the biggest problem. For Killswitch, who like to throw a lot of curveballs, it felt very formulaic.
Yeah, and now they've decided to go, not really back to the old style, but kind of like a new sound where it's becoming a lot heavier, more like saying grooves chucked a lot more, a bit more mellow deaths chucked in there as well, and only a little bit of hardcore is remaining. It's not that predominant anymore. It's really like a mixture of everything, which is, for me, it's great. It's good. It has good variety. Throughout the songs, the drumming really helps with this album. Like most hardcore albums don't really have fantastic, diverse drumming. This the drummer actually gives the changes in tempos and feels and stuff to help progress an album. When the guitars aren't doing it, they kind of work in tandem, which is really
absolutely.
nice.
I still think, though, the work here from Adam on guitars is the standout part of Killswitch Engage, and why they separate themselves from so many imitators and impersonations of the band as well. People trying to pay homage to it, but they don't quite forget, like, that just by putting a breakdown and working the song towards a breakdown isn't enough. What this guy loves to do at his best day is really incorporate different styles and variations. The trickery and those lead lines coming into it as well. The technicality, and some of these songs are quite fast and forward hitting as well. And also some of the ballads on it, which, though admittedly are a little too corny for my taste lyrically, I still think that Adam has a very good taste for the melodic and also the heavy.
Yeah, I mean, that melodic song, we also reviewed that, and that was pretty disappointing. So we weren't looking too forward to this album.
Yeah.
But it kind of fits into this album as it's the middle of the... Not the middle, but maybe kind of just before the middle of the album. It helps breaks it up a bit, which it does fit in the album, surprisingly. So I'll give it credit that this album is actually structured quite well with its songs and its flow. So, I mean, it's not long. It's only 39 minutes. So it's not the longest album, but it feels like it is all part of a... fluent entity.
Absolutely. I mean, from track 2 with its super punchy, great fusions of metal and catchiness to Us Against the World with that strong melodic presence, and you got Jesse really going full out towards the end as well and really showing his range. And he's even got a little bit of different stylings as well, like track 4, for instance, with the Crownless King. There is this death metal guttural kind of stuff with some higher and anthemic, which he is known for as well, but there's a bigger strength and a lot of presence with his vocals and a lot of more inspiration that he's dwelling upon as well, and really getting out there.
It helps with Chuck Billy on that album as well,
and Chuck Billy helping him as well was really good as well. There's a lot going on, you know. It's the one thing these songs do have is a little bit like the depth, the emotional connection to the songs as well, and the way that the songs are done with a lot of energy and a lot of there's like a lot of fun. Like, you can really tell these guys are really going for, really pushing themselves to write something that they haven't done before, but paying homage to what Killswitch Engage is.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, some of the things they haven't done for, there's a couple of triplets, like double kicks in there thrown in to like help like emphasize parts of songs, a bit more weight to songs.
Yeah,
and that was great. Again, mixed with like the grooves, like the Lamb of God and Pantera grooves, which were thrown in there as well. Just it's all very engaging.
Yeah,
like you could really get into.
I really feel like, and I really felt this band is centered around Adam. I think if he's writing the riffs and that they get the band perked up, then they're going to work for it. And that's why the other albums like the Killswitch Engage, the self-titled album, that felt really burnt out. And, you know, after that, you'd see the firing or the leaving of Howard Jones or wherever it might be. And and the one before this album as well, where the riffs just didn't kick it. There was only one track that we could all agree on that was fairly decent and energetic. But this here is just, every song has a real life about it, you know. I really thought that this thing had it down. Even track 10 with the super crazy awesome playing as well. It's really tight, really in the pocket. I can't be the only one is what I'm talking about here. Super style on the solos. It's just really, really fun. Great takers, man.
Yeah, exactly right. Solos are nice, and every now and then he'll change up by doing a dual solo or just soloing over a good drum beat. There's parts of songs which are repeated, but slightly changed to make it sound fresh, but actually isn't. So that was quite clever. I was a bit disappointed with the ending of the album.
It did finish on a breakdown though.
But like 90 seconds of the same riff, like don't do that.
It's I think that was classic Killswitch. It was really like the way that they had to go out on their own. But you're right, it is polarizing with it, because obviously the breakdown riffs can be a little boring for some. But I did see it as a nice way of finishing the album, because it really was like, no, we are Killswitch Engage. This is a Killswitch Engage album, and they really did put their stamp on
it.
It's
kind of like, we need to make like 39 minutes, so let's keep like playing for like a year and a half. It's like 90 seconds, the same riff.
My issues with this is just two things. Some of the lyric content is obviously, it's hard for me to understand a 35 or 40-year-old guy would sing it. It's more, it really feels that either he's catering towards a younger crowd, or that's his philosophy in life, and you know, he's happy doing it all on his own, and rah rah rah. And these are lessons that, you know, you really should be watching Land Before Time or one of those kid movies. You know, it's like, no, like there's more. I would like to think that there's more, a bit more. Not always, just one or two songs I didn't really feel with. And also the track Ravenous was kind of bad. It had it was very janky. And there were some things that it was trying to throw in there, different, like, imposing different time signatures and blah, blah, blah. But the song actually is very rough around the edges, and it doesn't feel a very interesting and thought-provoking piece of music as a storytelling part of it, which all the other tracks seem to do. So I will say that was probably the only thing that really got my knickers in a twist. That it was actually the blemish on this track. But some people might consider it the mole on Anthony Crawford. You know, it might be the thing that makes the rest of the face look even better.
Hey, there you go. You can't all be winners.
Exactly right. You know, a funny story. I work in retail, and they always buy shirts deliberately that are bad, but most of the shirts obviously good. And you think, why would they buy one shirt that's bad? It's like, well, how good do the other shirts look next to it? It's the cheerleader effect.
Damn,
you know, so maybe they intentionally put a track they weren't too sure about, but it's like, well, look how much the album will shine. And the album does. You know, it really, really does. And I'm really proud these guys are really back in full force again, again because I missed the hell out of them, man. Like, I thought they were dead. And I know they're the same guys, but maybe they're just dead emotionally inside.
Maybe it was coming too easy to them. They had to change. Or maybe that's the point, that we'll have a lull in their records and we'll come back with a bang. In fact, I mean, this front cover is pretty awesome. I mean, like, it's very not Killswitch Engagey covering here.
And that's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing. A lot of bloody tattoo artists around the world are going to be probably learning to do this, because this seems like one where people are just going to be plastered on their arms for like eternity now.
Yeah.
It's a great cover here as well. Really, as well. I mean, you can't even see Atonement. Like, who cares? We just care more about the tiger. Who cares about the
and so
work?
you should. No, absolutely. It really has the fire coming through, and these guys should be very proud of what they've got here. It is a beast of an album. There is a beast on the front cover. And I think Adam's really done a great job tremendously in writing it. I'm sure all the boys have helped as well. And Jesse has also stretched himself out as a musician as well. The drumming, I think, is classic Killswitch, and it does well for the album, complements it. He does exactly what the song is needed, though, which I think works in the best favor for Killswitch. He's not the most technically proficient or amazing drummer, but he is very adaptable, and he is very good in these points to make sure that the guitar lines sit on top of everything. And they do. And they do. Danny, out of 10.
So I might be a bit harsh. I'm giving it 7.5.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Yeah.
I was like, do I give it a 7 or an 8? And it's a very good album. It's got that rock and roll vibes. It's got the southern thing, rah rah rah. It's fun. I don't know if it'd ever be my favorite Killswitch album, but god damn it, it's a good damn album, man.
I think if I listen to it more, it could go up to an 8.
Yeah.
I just feel like I haven't really absorbed the songs yet.
Yeah, agreed. You know, there's 2 tracks. That ballady one and a thing that dropped it a bit. Ravenous.
It's not a cover of Arch Enemy.
No, that song is a good song from Arch Enemy. But I think we're gonna have to give it. I'll give it a 7.5 as well, Danny.
As well, excellent. And in the words of Killswitch Engage, I am broken too, in all the same places as you. If you needed proof, I'll open my wounds.
That's great. Well, then that's certainly not greatest lyrics on the album, but they are lyrics off the album. And what do you guys think of the latest Killswitch Engage album? Did you guys like it as much as we did? I have a feeling you guys will. I have a feeling that a lot of our friends and family that have gone on the Killswitch chain, then dropped off the chain, now are asking for tickets to get back on it, you know?
Unless you like the last 2 albums where it's more happy and like subdued, then you probably won't like this
then
album.
I'm glad to say that band's dead. And good riddance. We're not going to miss it too much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you guys so much for watching our video. I'm Super Metal Brother Matt.
And I'm Super Metal Brother Dane.
We are the Super Metal Brothers. We'll catch you at the next one.